So I'm gonna butcher this butcher this pronunciation, which is awful because I have a French girlfriend. But it's Dassault Systems.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so French software giant basically specializes in computer assisted design or CAD, which a lot of people will know from Autodesk and AutoCAD. Well, this is essentially Europe's answer to Autodesk, where Autodesk, which we've seen be one of the best performers of the last 20 years in terms of stock market performance, um, Autodesk's focus was more on the architecture, engineering, and construction industries. Dassault Systems has more of a focus on product design and manufacturing. So both companies do compete with each other, but the lion's share of their revenue are in the other company's kind of smaller segment. Does that make sense? I
Yeah.
probably worded
Well, I
that.
always wondered what they did. I mean, I've seen Dassault Systems jump up on various screeners we have around my Wall Street, and French companies are very often a little opaque. They're harder to kind of get a clear picture of what they're doing, and I don't know if it's a cultural thing or it's a reporting thing, but very interested to hear it's like the Autodesk of Europe.
Yeah, and it has all the same characteristics you'd like in investment. So the moat is still there. It's taught in
Mm,
colleges just like Autodesk. So if you are
mm,
a product designer coming out of college, you already have 2 or 3 years of Dassault's software training, basically.
mm.
So if a company wants to hire you, you're the top talent. They need to use that system. And then
Yeah,
if colleges want to send people to the top companies, they want to use that system. So the network effects are there, the switching costs are there, and not switching costs in like, oh, our systems might be down for a week because we changed broadband providers. Switching costs as in our staff are going to leave because they're all
yeah.
trained up on the Dassault system software and we're moving to someone else where they have no expertise at all. So really entrenched into the industry of product design and manufacturing. And yeah, and with these kind of companies, anything in design, your mind immediately goes to AI. And
Yeah.
this goes for Autodesk as well, which I've been reading more and more about recently. Is if AI goes the way I think a lot of people assume it will, it'll become a technology that is somewhat shared, we'll say. It'll be available to the people with the most resources. And these companies have been leading the charge. They're not catching up. So the assumption is to go, oh, well, this will disrupt your business. But no, these companies are actually the leaders in this field for AI. So yeah, Dassault System is there. Dassault Systems is there. Great business, great moat. So yeah, if you're investing
Nice.
one of the top French stocks, software stocks, European software stocks, really interesting business. Worth doing a deep dive in if you're interested for sure.
Very much so. I'd love to know, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I wonder if they have any foothold in America, or does the Atlantic Ocean act as a divide? If you're over there, you're going to use Autodesk, and if you're over here, use Dassault.
No, no, no. So it's the difference between the industry. So architecture, engineering, construction is
Ah,
basically the standard is Autodesk, whereas product design and manufacturing it'll be a lot closer to
sorry, I got you.
yeah.
I got you. But isn't it
And
a
both
major
both
strategic?
both
Sorry,
sorry, no, as in both companies do have those segments, but they're much smaller in comparison to each other.
right. But the strategic advantage of being taught a commercial package in college, the strategic advantage for the business is just unbelievable. I
It's
think it's known as
incredible. It's
vendor. It's like vendor
incredible tactic.
lock-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Back in the day, Dolby, makers of great speakers and sound systems, founded by Ray Dolby, was a very interesting study because they went in and they gave all of their sound systems to cinemas free of charge. But you could only play a movie that had Dolby formatted sound. So all these state of the art cinemas were rolled out with Dolby surround sound. They went to the studios and said, oh, by the way, if you want to be able to play your movies in this chain of cinemas, you better use our, I don't know what, microphone, software, hardware. I don't know exactly what it was, but this was a strategic advantage called a vendor lock in. And that sounds very like what
Mm.
Dassault has. You know, like all these kids are young engineers or young designers rather are coming out of college and they're ready to go, but you better be using Dassault or we're not going into your business. So
Yeah.
that feels very like that strategic advantage, and it's very, very interesting. Has it done well as a business?
Yes, absolutely. And it's been
Mm,
around for years and years and years.
yeah,
It's actually,
yeah,
there's similarities there with Adobe as well when we talk about Photoshop and
yeah.
people using it in college and coming out, and the similarities then in margins as well. So yeah,
Oh,
three
right.
really strong software businesses that have all used this similar tactic of, we'll say,
Mm.
infiltrating colleges um,
Brilliant,
to
brilliant.
their
Well,
advantage.
that's
So
what
yeah,
we've to do. We've to hand out my Wall Street to students in college. I don't know what that actually means at the moment, but I think that should be our next
we
step.
got to train them up somehow.